All right, welcome everybody. This is Leanne Carmi, and no, that is not me on the screen. That's Tony Robbins, and I put that up there just because I love this quote. He says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. And I love that quote by Tony Robbins because it's very true. It's interesting that a lot of times we'll go and ask for help from people who have not achieved the things we want to achieve, and what we often get is a kickback, right? Those of you who have been online for a while, and I'll share survey results in a moment here. Those of you who have been online for a while, you might go to a family member or a good friend and tell them, I'm struggling with this and that. Basically you're asking for support, and they've never done it. They've never made money online. They've never done whatever it is you're trying to do, and they'll tell you, well, it can't be done in a variety of different ways. Maybe you should do something else. And what's funny is if you just look for the people who are doing it, then you can achieve the same results with their help. You got to ask the right people, basically, and that's why I put it there. So I'm going to tell you about myself in just a minute, because it's not really that important, because what I want to talk about is I want to talk about you. Now, you're here either because I invited you or because one of my team members invited you, and you're here for a very good reason, because we want to help you. And here's why. I sent out a survey, and I was very, very surprised with the results. And let me share those results with you. I asked the question, and some of you might have filled out this survey yourself. How long have you been trying to make money online? Okay, I wanted to know how long have people been around trying. And this is the graphic representation of the results here. You can see that a majority of people have been online for more than 6 months, even up to more than 10 years. Okay, and these are the numbers just to make it very clear. 0 to 6 months, 30%. 6 months to 10 plus years is the rest, about 70%, right? Which is not exciting in itself. But then when we go to this question, how much are you currently making online? These are the results I got. 100% of the people have not made more than $100 online. In fact, a majority have made nothing, 0. And here are the numbers to show it. Okay, 0, 84.62%, almost 85%, and just up to $100, 15.38%. Okay, basically, no matter how long someone's been on, up to 6 months or beyond, they're not making $100 online. Okay, now let's finish with that, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. I asked people, what's your income goal? How much would you like to realistically make online in the next 6 months? And this is the graphic representation. A majority of people just want to make between $1,000 to $5,000, more than 60%. Okay, and this is the numbers. Okay, 61.54% want to make between $1,000 to $5,000. Okay, we've got about 30% that wants to make more than $5,000, 37%. Okay. And then I asked, what is the one thing that's keeping you from making the money you want to make online? Okay, because I wanted to know. And people told me that they're overwhelmed and they just don't know how to earn their first $100 online. More than 50% of people just don't know how to earn their first $100 online. And so, as you can see, there's a little problem going on here. There's a problem here. And the problem is that it shouldn't take people more than 3 months to make $100 online. And I know, most people blame themselves. They do. They look at it and they say, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? But I'm going to tell you, it's not your fault. And I'm going to explain to you today why it is that it's so hard to make that first $100, why people struggle so much, and I'm going to show you a way to overcome that. And so no matter how long you've been online, whether you've just joined, you've just learned about online marketing, you've learned about the world of online business, a month ago or a week ago, whether you've been on for 10 years and you're still struggling, I'm going to show you, doesn't matter where you've been, I'm going to show you how to get to that first $100, and that $100 is going to lead to the next $100 and the next $100 and up to as much as you want to make. And I'm going to say this real quick. I've got to give you an income disclaimer, right? I can't guarantee that you'll make any money because I don't know if you'll take action. But what I'm going to show you today is going to give you the tools that you need to make that first $100 or to make that first $1,000 if that's what you're going for. So to start with, I want to tell you a little bit about me, and you're like, why should you listen to me? Some of you are on my list and you know me already, and some of you have been on my other calls and you know me already, and then a lot of you probably have never heard of me before. Maybe you're on the list of one of my team members and they invited you to this call, and you're saying, well, you know, why did this person invite me? You know, who is Leanne? Well, honestly, nobody's special. Okay, I was formerly a high school teacher. I taught high school English as a second language, and in my third school year over the summer, I realized that I was just not making enough money as a teacher, and especially during the summer I was actually not being paid very much. As you know, teachers don't work during the summer, and they actually don't really get paid over the summer, if you didn't know that. So I started looking online for a way to make money, as many of you have probably done in the past, some more recently than others, and I learned about the world of business opportunity. And once I learned about it, I actually got involved with a company, and I won't say the company's name, but it was, you know, I had a great owner, great training inside, and, you know, I joined the company, and I very quickly started to make money. And in fact, I think the first commission I made was for something like $25, and after that I made something like $250, and you know, I had a $1,000 day once, I had a $10,000 day at one time, and so I was doing okay. And so by the end of that next school year, the 2008 and 2009 school year, I actually quit. I actually drove up to the superintendent's office. This was in New Jersey. I was teaching in New Jersey at the time at Lakewood, and I had a note, a nice sealed envelope with a note inside, and I went and handed it to the superintendent's secretary. She opened it in front of me, and basically what she read said, you know, thank you for everything, and I will not be returning next year. So I effectively quit after a year, and I started making a living online. Now, at that point, I basically just replaced my salary, and what that meant was that we were still just barely getting by, and I decided that that had to change. Okay, and that's when I went on a journey to discover what was going to really make a difference, right? And I found that there was a whole other side to online business that I did not know about, and it's gonna be interesting for you because we're gonna talk a lot today about the how, but I'm gonna give you a bonus at the end that's really gonna show you what you really need in order to succeed. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a bonus if you stay till the end of the call. You're going to get the bonus for free, no strings attached, and obviously I can't do that in the recording. I'm actually going to give it in the chat, okay? So just be ready for that. I'm going to give you a bonus that's going to change your life if you let it. So anyway, as you can see, it didn't actually take me very long to earn my first $100 online, and the reason was that, very simply, I plugged into a system. Okay, I plugged into a system. But here's the thing. What I want to show you is, first of all, why most people get tripped up when they're trying to make money online. Okay, so I'm going to show you the entire process. And I think some of you, especially those of you who are new, are going to go, wow, no wonder, you know, no wonder no one explained this before. And I'm going to show you at that point how to simplify everything to a point where anyone, regardless of prior experience, can make money online. When I say prior experience, I mean that what you've done in the past, okay, whether you're brand new or whether you've been online for 10 plus years and you haven't had the success you want, what you've done in the past and what you've known until now is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You know, as Zig Ziglar used to say, yesterday really did end last night, okay? So basically what matters is what's starting now and what you do now. And I believe that if you listen closely today, if you take notes, and if you take action on what I show you tonight, that you're going to very quickly and very easily get to that first $100 and beyond. Okay? And again, once you make that first $100, you're going to know exactly what to do to make the next 100 and so on, okay? And income disclaimer again, obviously, easy or not, you still have to take action. You still have to do some things. I'm going to show you what you'll need to do, okay? But you're still going to have to do them in order to get to that first 100 and beyond. Okay, so just a quick explanation, and then I'm actually going to plug in my my drawing pad and draw on the screen for you, which I really love doing. It just makes it really easy. I think it comes from my days of teaching, is that I just like to show things. I like to show. So let's just talk about this. Why do most people fail? It's because they don't understand how online business works. In other words, how does online business flow? Most people don't understand that. Let me minimize this real quick. And you see some examples on my in the background. Just ignore those for now. I'm going to come back to those. Actually, let me minimize those as well. You should just see a nice surfing background in my desktop for now. So basically, there's a way that things flow. And when things flow that way online, and I'll explain how that flow, what that looks like and how it works, then you make sales, okay? So I want to show you how that works. And after I show you how that works, what I'm going to show you is how come, even if you know how that works, most people still fail, okay? So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you how to put everything together, how to simplify, how to basically plug into a system that works so that you can get the results that you want and forget about the struggles that you've had up until now. Okay, so I've plugged my notepad in, my little drawing pad, and I'm going to open up another document, and let me erase the screen there. Let me make sure that you guys see that. I'm just going to make sure that that is shared. That's going to be interesting. How do I do that? So let's do this. I've got a little technical difficulty here with my technical hurdle with my desk drawing software, because do you guys actually see? Give me a quick in the chat box. Let me know if you see the circle I just drew on my screen. Awesome. All right, you see the circle. Oh, that makes my life very, very easy. All right, great. And now you probably don't see the circle, and that's totally cool. And I'm going to come back to that circle now. Okay, so let me minimize the things I don't need here. And awesome. All right, so now I'm going to draw for you. And just a side note, for whatever reason, the software doesn't always play nice, and so, you know, it might erase itself every once in a while, but that's okay. I'll draw it again. I'll redraw what I need to draw. What's important here is I want to show you what it is that trips most people up. Now, if you go online when you're brand new, what usually happens is you start seeing different ebooks and you know, you sign up for different lists, like my list, like some of my team members' lists, and you get like half the picture. You know, you get half the picture of what you need to do. Some people are talking about traffic, or they're talking about, you know, here's how to create squeeze pages that make money. And you're like, wait, how does this fit together? Well, here's how the landscape really works. I want to show you this big overview, just so you have a really clear understanding. And obviously, let's just get to this. To make money online, you got to make a sale, okay? You got to have a page where a person sitting at their computer, okay, and let me know if you guys see the drawings. I want to make sure that you do see them. I am drawing on the screen at this point. Just give me a quick yes if you can see that. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So you've got to have a place where a person sitting on their computer, okay, here's the person's computer, they're on their keyboard, right? You need to have a page where they can pay you, right? They're sitting there, you've got what they want, and they're sending you money virtually, right? Money is no longer like dollar bills, right? It's this virtual currency that we're trading, right? It's not even backed by anything. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, this is the necessity. In order for you to make money, money has to exchange hands. Someone has to pay something on a website for you to make money online, okay? That's the equivalent of you having a store, okay? This is like your online store. someone walks into your store, if you have a physical location, right? Someone walks in and they buy stuff. Well, this is like your store, and when a person is on that site and they're paying you, it's like they're in your store and buying something. And this is what you need, an exchange of money to make money. This is the #1 necessity for making money online. Someone has to buy something. Okay? I know it's kind of funny to say because it's obvious, but it's got to happen. Now, generally, if you own an offline business and you've got a store of some sort, or a restaurant even, how do you get people to your store or to your restaurant? Well, you advertise, right? Maybe you put billboards up. Maybe you put an ad on the TV, right, or on the radio, and maybe you put a banner out on a website even, okay? But you tell people about it, and then they come. What gets people in the door? Well, maybe you have, maybe you're a bar and you have happy hour where they can have 2 drinks for the price of 1. Okay, so you're giving them a little benefit, an extra benefit. Okay, so I want you to consider all of those things. Okay, so a little storefront. You've got to have a storefront. You've got to be selling something, right, to make money online. But how do you get people there? Well, we're going to skip around a little bit, and then I'll tie everything together, because what you need is traffic. Okay, and what's traffic? Traffic is bringing a bunch of people, or as I like to say, a bunch of eyeballs, okay, a bunch of eyeballs to your sales page. Okay, that's advertising, that's traffic. Okay, advertising is almost the same as traffic. You're getting eyeballs to see your store. Now, if you just did that, if you went online and you sent a bunch of people to a sales page, if you just sent random people, right? If I said, oh, my friend has a website, I'm going to put an ad on his website and it's going to lead to my sales page, guess how many sales I'm going to make? Okay? If you can imagine me putting my thumb down and sticking my tongue out, I'm going, none. Okay? Maybe 1 if you're lucky in several thousands of eyeballs that see it. Because it's not targeted. Okay, so what you actually need is targeted traffic. So if I, for example, am selling cat toys, all right, let's just say I'm selling cat toys, I want my traffic to come from people who have cats, right? Because why would someone who owns a dog want a cat toy? They wouldn't. The dog's going to choke on it, right? It's too small. The dog's not going to be interested. They're going to choke on it. They're going to chew it up in a half a minute. So there's this idea of targeted traffic, which is really important. You want to get people to your page that are targeted. But now I'm going to throw something else in the mix. It costs money to send traffic. Okay? Even free traffic costs you, because free traffic takes time, and as they say, time is money, right? You want to make sure that you are making a positive ROI on your campaigns. And if this is confusing, don't worry, I'm going to tie this all together. You're going to be a pro at this by the end of this call, trust me. Okay? Positive ROI means a positive return on your investment. It means you're making money, you're in the black. I should draw this in black probably instead of red, okay? But you've got positive cash flow. Now here's what happens usually. Unless you're just a fantastic, phenomenal marketer, if you're sending traffic, okay, even if it's super targeted, you're sending it right to a sales page, what happens? A person gets to your sales page. Maybe you have an amazingly written sales page. It's just the copywriting on it, that the sales copy is so incredibly good that from just people coming to it like that, from an ad to the sales page, it converts at, let's say, 0.5%. Okay, because that's a normal conversion rate, 0.5%. Okay, that's not 5%, that's 0.5%. Okay, at 0.5%. So that's a normal average conversion rate. And so what you want to do is you want to put something in between there, because in order for you to have a positive return on your investment, you're losing a lot of people. A lot of people are bouncing off of this sales page. Okay, they're leaving. They're saying, I don't need this right now. I don't have the money. I'm not sure. I got to talk to my wife. I got to ask my kids. Maybe there's another place that's better. I'm going to keep doing my search. Okay, they're doing research, or they're looking and they're saying, I'm not sure if I'm ready, right? They're bouncing off. all these people you paid for, right? You paid for either with your time, and here it goes, it quit. Let me reopen it real quick. All of these people, okay, that came in and left, you paid for, okay? All these people that are leaving, that are bouncing off, you paid for them either with your time getting traffic or with your money getting traffic, okay? Sending paid advertising. What we're going to do is we're going to add something in the mix called a lead capture page, okay, or a capture page, okay. A lot of people call it different, lots of different names for it, okay, but we're going to call it a lead capture page, and that's a page where you're actually going to take that person's email, okay, and you're going to take maybe their name, okay, much like you did, okay. That's how you got to this call, right? You put your name and your email on a form somewhere, and you got the information for the call, and here you are. So the lead capture page does the job of saving all these people's information, and guess what? From here you send them to the sales page, right? You send the traffic here instead of here, and now when they bounce off, guess what? This form right here connects to what's called an autoresponder, okay? Autoresponder. And an autoresponder like Aweber, for example, or GetResponse, or many others out there, it collects people's information for you, okay? Collects people's information for you. And now you have a database of people that you can contact. And so you can come back here and say, thanks for putting your information in. I just want to make sure you saw this product, okay? You send them back to the sales page. And then you can go to the next day and you can email these people that bounced off your page, and you can say, you know, maybe you're still doing research, okay? Maybe you're still doing research on this, and of course everything's gone again. We're going to add the squeeze page back in here. Maybe you're still doing research, right? You're using your autoresponder. Maybe you're still doing research, so you contact them, and now you say, well, maybe you'd like more information. So I'm going to send you an article, and the article talks about how this product is useful, and then you send them back to the sales page, okay? So now you paid once for the traffic, right? You're no longer sending people here. You paid once for the traffic, and now you can keep sending these people who were here messages, send them back to the sales page. And you know what? Maybe this is your product. Maybe they don't want your product. You can send them an affiliate product, and you can make commissions on another product that they might like better. Okay? And so there's power in this, and what we're talking about here is the way that you create a positive return on investment in online marketing. Because what is online marketing? Basically, if you want to make money with online marketing, you got to send traffic, you got to capture people's information, you got to send people to a place where they can pay you, right? This is like numero uno. You got to have something that pays you, whether it pays you a commission or it's your product and you get the whole amount, right? And you want to capture information so that you can keep sending people back to a place that makes you money. Now, I'll briefly say this. Obviously, the focus is on the people, right? If your entire focus here is for, I want to make money, you're probably not going to make anything because people are going to see through that, okay? So the focus is to help people, right? Someone is looking for, you know, why their dog is sick, and you sell dog medicine. Well, you're here to help them, and everything here is going to talk about that. You're going to send them here with a banner that says, is your dog sick? You know, let me give you some, you know, some advice, free advice for sick dogs. They put in their information, you send them to your sick dog medicine page, and then you follow up. Is your dog still sick? Maybe this will help. You know, does your dog have these symptoms? Read this article. Maybe this will help. Maybe this other product will help your dog, okay? So basically what you're doing as an online marketer is you're giving people solutions, and you're doing it in a way that pays you. You're sending them to solutions online that pay you commissions, or to your own solution if you have your own product. You make money when they purchase, and you make sure to capture their information. So give me some quick feedback, guys. Does this make sense? You know, because I know you guys have different levels of experience. You know, I saw from the survey that a lot of you have been on for just, you know, 0 to 6 months. A lot of you have been on for 10 years, and this is probably very simplistic for you guys. But I want to know real quick, is this making sense? So if it makes sense, give me a quick capital yes. If you have a question, put it in the question box now. I'm listening. I'm watching. I want to see that you guys are with me. Okay, so I've got a yes from Lewis. I've got a make sense from Chris. Sandra says yes. Bunch of yeses. Okay, awesome, guys. If you have a question, please do put it in. Let me clear the screen now, and let's talk about what the issue is. And those of you who have an understanding of this and have had an understanding of this, why is it still so hard to make it work? In other words, why haven't you made that $100, right? Fair question, right? It doesn't make sense. If you understand this, why haven't you made it? Well, here's the thing. We're going to talk about something called copywriting. Okay, copywriting. And we're going to talk about something called, let's see, how do I call this? We're going to talk about copywriting. We're going to talk about split testing. And we'll come up with a few other terms in a second. But here's what happens. At every step of the way, there is something that needs to be tested. Okay? Split testing means I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that, and I'm going to see which one works better. Okay? You guys do it in life all the time, right? Maybe you're whitening your teeth and you try one product and then you try the other product and you figure out which one works better for you. And what do? You keep using the one that works better. And then all of a sudden a new product comes into town and you try it as well. Okay? So that's split testing. Split testing means you're always trying to beat your control. You've got let's say you know, a landing page that has a 20% conversion rate. Well, you try to beat that. You try to bring it up to 25%. Well, here's the thing. There's traffic. Okay? Not all traffic is equal. There's all kinds of different traffic. You can have pay-per-view traffic, you can have pay-per-click traffic, you can have SEO, you can have banner ads, you can buy media. There's so many different ways to do traffic, you know, free traffic, paid traffic, everything in between. And not all traffic is equal. And within each traffic source, for example, I do a lot of PPV marketing, okay, pay-per-view marketing. That's where you get pop-up ads. If you've ever been to a website and an ad popped up, that's pay-per-view. Someone paid for you to see that ad. Well, I do a lot of PPV advertising, and what's very important to test with PPV is you've got to know which target websites have the right audience. Okay, in other words, again, if I'm selling dog stuff and I pop over a cat website, it's not going to work. Okay, and that's a very simplistic example. So you got to test targets. Okay, so this is something to split test. And then you got to test landing pages. Okay, which landing page is going to work? You want to split test that. Then your lead capture page. You want to split test that. And there's so many elements, right? We talked about a lead capture page. You got to test the headline. What headline is going to get me opt-ins? What offer can I put on here that people are going to respond to from this particular traffic source, right? It's going to be different. What if I ask for name versus if I ask for, versus if I ask for just email, right? If I do name and email or just email, how big of a difference does that make? If I put bullet points or not, if I put a picture or if I don't, okay? And by the way, let me skip for a second. I just want to make sure that everyone's with me. I'm going to skip the drawing for just a moment, and I want to show you some examples just for those of you who are brand new. I pulled this up earlier. Example of squeeze pages, just, you know, a lead capture page or a squeeze page. It's got a headline and it's got an opt-in form, what's called an opt-in form, and then a button. So you put in your name and email, you get access. Okay, here's another example. Obviously, it's probably impossible for you guys to see the text on here. I also don't see the text on here. And you got a headline, okay, a subheadline, some bullet points, an arrow pointing to this, email field, and a button. Okay, another example of a squeeze page. Here's another example of a squeeze page for Time Magazine. Okay, it's got an offer. It's got a, you know, a kind of headline, some bullet points, and then it's got a name and email field and a button. Okay, so these are all examples of different opt-in pages that you might see on the web and you might have seen on the web. Okay, and just to show you, the sales page is a little bit different, right? The sales page is where you actually have the add to cart buttons, like you see here. Okay, so here's an example of a sales page for Double Your Dating, right? Some guys might have seen that. It's very famous. Those of you who've been around for a while. You know, add to cart. This is actually a squeeze page right here because it's not a purchase page. Here's an example of a nice long sales page. You don't see much, but you see how it's formed, right? There's a nice headline, some images, some bullet points, some text, and then numbers, right, where you can actually buy. So these are examples of sales pages where you can actually make money. This is a squeeze page, okay, this is a sales page, and so on. All right? So I just wanted to show you that to make sure that we're clear on that. And let's go back now to the screen drawing, and you guys should be seeing my red text on the screen again. So what we're talking about here is that at every step of the way, you've got to test. And if you think about it, if you think about all the options that you have in the traffic, okay, you have X number of options. And then you think about all the options that you have in terms of your lead capture page, okay, more options. And then you're going to test your sales page, okay, you got more options. And then something I didn't even show you is what's called upsells, okay. So once you make one sale, it's much easier to sell to someone who's already purchasing from you or who has already purchased from you than it is to find a new customer. So now you've got that many more variables to test. Now I'm not good at math, but I know that when you multiply this times this times this times this with pretty much you know, at least 5 to 10 different options in each, you end up with a lot of different possibilities of what might work and what might not. So can you see how this could be really confusing to someone regardless of how long they've been online? Can you see how maybe even if you're really good at one of these things, maybe you're really good at selling stuff, can you see how you could still fail because you don't know what traffic is going to work, or you don't know what kind of landing page is going to work, or you don't know how to make more sales on the back end? Or can you see how, and let me change the color here just to, you know, for effect, can you see how if you're really good at sending traffic but you have no idea how to build a landing page, how to build a sales page, or how to sell at all, can you see how that would be a problem? In other words, you could master, you could be like the guru of traffic, and you could still have a negative ROI and make nothing, okay? All of these pieces have to be in place, and here's what happens when you go online most of the time. Those of you especially who've been online for at least 6 months or more, which I think is most of you, you've got someone selling you a course that says, I'm going to show you how to make, you know, $10,000 a month online, which is what most people say, and then they just show you one little piece. Or even worse, they show you the whole flow of something so specific that, first of all, you're not interested in it. Okay, it's not even a niche that you're interested in. Second of all, it's not your style, and it's like banging your head against the wall. You're trying to fit yourself, you know, you're like a square peg trying to fit yourself into a round hole, and you can't do it, okay? So this is why so many people fail regardless of the number of courses that they've taken and the number of things they've done. And so what I want to show you now, because we have an understanding of how the flow works, right? You go traffic to a capture page, to a sales page, to upsells, right? And you have an autoresponder where you can follow up, okay? So you have your landing page, your sales page, your upsells, and your autoresponder, where this is gold right here, by the way. This is like when you have a list, okay, the money really is in the list. Because just think about it. If you guys were not on my list or on one of my team members' lists, you wouldn't have gotten this email, and you wouldn't be here on this call, and I wouldn't be able to teach you anything. Okay? So money is in the list, remember that. And now, I haven't even talked about the real key to reaching the success that you want online and to making that first 100 and the next amount of money that you want to make, whatever that is for you, right? Everyone's got different needs and different wants and different dreams. What I want to show you now, though, is how you can fast track your success, how you can skip all the testing portions, okay? You do eventually want to learn them, I will say that, but there is a way to skip that, and here it is. Because if someone were to give you a proven landing page that you know works and converts at, let's say, 30% or more, okay? And someone were to give you a sales page, okay? This is the page that makes you money, right? The page where people buy, that converts also very highly. Maybe, maybe at 3%, okay, or 5% or more. And if someone gave you an upsell process that worked, okay, so that whenever you made a sale here, you also made some sales here. And so instead of just making, let's say, $25, you could also make $100, and you could also make $500, and however much more, right? An upsell process that works and that converts well, okay, maybe at 30%, maybe at 10%, and so on. And what if somebody actually provided you with traffic that works, okay, with clicks to your landing page that worked so that you get emails? And what if in your autoresponder, whether it's Aweber or whether it's GetResponse, where you're collecting your email, your list, okay, this really, really important thing, what if somebody actually gave you the follow-up messages that convert, written by a good copywriter? In other words, what if you did not need to figure out traffic? What if you did not need to figure out the landing page? What if you did not need to figure out the sales page? What if you did not need to figure this out? What if you didn't need to figure out what to tell people once they've opted in? Do you see how easy it would be to plug into something like this to make your first $100? Give me a quick yes in the questions box if you can see this, if you can see how simple it would be if you had things ready for you that were already built. And I've got all yeses. Nobody disagrees. That's great. And please do, if you disagree in any way, if you're confused, please let me know. But it seems so simple to me, right? And I didn't know it at the time when I first went online. I didn't know that this is what actually happened. And actually, when I started, I didn't have this portion. I had to figure it out myself. But right now, there's an opportunity for you to get the traffic that is already proven to convert, to get a landing page that has been tested so many times, really hundreds of thousands of times. It's been tested by someone else. It converts. You've got the autoresponders. You can have autoresponders that are pre-written, sales pages that are already created and constantly being improved so that they make more and more sales for you, and an upsell process. And at the same time, 100% commissions. Okay? And again, I'm going to give you an income disclaimer because you do have to plug in to make the money. In other words, just knowing that this is out there is not going to allow you to make money. Just knowing it's out there. You have to actually plug into it. And yes, it's simple and it does take you plugging in. It means it does take you going in and setting things up. Now, how many of you would be really excited if I could make this available to you? If I could give you right now the thing that would let you plug in, that would give you the traffic, that would give you the landing pages, that would give you the sales pages, that would give you the upsells, that would give you the autoresponders, that would give you all the pieces that you need to make those commissions, and all you would have to do is to plug in. How many of you would be really excited about that? Awesome. Sandra says me, and then I've got a bunch of yeses. So awesome, guys. Awesome. Lou says me. Awesome. Awesome. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. The person that invited you to this call, it might be me, it might be one of my team members, I want you to go back and find their email, and I want you to email them back and say, please give me the system. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started. Please set me up with the system. And they are going to email you back right away and give you the system. Okay? They're going to give this to you. All you will need to do is to plug into it. Okay? So that's your homework, and I'm going to give you a bonus though. I'm going to give you a very big bonus, because this is something, I hinted at this in the beginning, that I did not know when I started. Okay? I did not know this. Okay? And make sure you contact the person who invited you here. They're going to send you the link to get started with this and to plug in so that everything's done for you. Okay? I didn't know this when I started online. I thought that it was all about the money. And as it turns out, I started getting around some of the most successful people online. I started getting around people who were making, you know, honestly, to me, they were unimaginable amounts at the time. $100,000 a month online. Even $100,000 a year online was unimaginable to me at one point. But I started getting around those people, and I discovered a secret. And I didn't believe it at first, but when I started doing what they said, it made all the difference in the world. And if I hadn't, then I wouldn't be here with you today. And here's what they told me. They said that your business, and let me clear the page here because you guys already know everything that you're going to get, all the done for you stuff. Your business is like a building, okay? Your business is like a building, and I want you to think about a skyscraper, okay? So here's a skyscraper. This one's not too tall. And, you know, you've got different goals, okay? Some of you might have small goals, and not that that's bad. Maybe your goal is to just have an extra $1,000 a month, because that's going to pay your mortgage, or that's going to pay your car bill, or that's going to give you a vacation that you want. And some of you, you know, might want more than that. Some of you might want, you know, $10,000 a month online, okay? And some of you might have really high goals, and you might want, you know, something that goes beyond my screen. You might really be one of those people who wants to make, you know, $50,000 a month and beyond. And those numbers seem really large to some people, but there are people doing that. When I got around the people doing them, here's what I learned. Every building has something that we don't see. It has something we don't see, and it's the foundation. Foundation for a small building is going to be pretty small. And what that means is that no matter how long you've been doing what I'm about to tell you about, you're going to be able to make that 1,000. Okay? You will. You're going to be able to make that 100. You might even be able to make that 10,000 a month. Okay? And obviously the foundation for 10,000 a month is going to be a little bit deeper, right? Because that building's taller. Now, if you really want to go way up there, I can't even draw this on my screen. I don't have enough room on my screen. I got a big old screen and enough room on it. But just think about the depth of this foundation. Okay? When it comes to making money online, your foundation, guess what? It's you. It's your mindset. Okay, it's your mindset. It's your knowledge. And it's your action that you take. And this right here, my friend, this right here is what you'll want to focus on. Okay? So when you email back the person who invited you, I want you to remember this. When they give you the link to get started and to plug in, I want you to remember that the mindset is the most important thing. And I'm going to give you a bonus now. Okay? I'm going to give you a bonus now. And let me unplug my tablet here. I'm going to clear this out. Actually, I'll just close this off in case you guys want to see it again. And I'm going to give you a bonus right now. I want you to download this. Okay, I'm gonna put this link in the chat box. I want you to download this. This is Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. How many of you have heard that before? Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secrets. How many of you have listened to that before? Give me a quick yes if you have. Wow, nobody. All right, well, this is going to be a treat. Yeah, Chris says he has not. Yeah. I want you to listen to this. Okay, download it. I want you to listen to it and do what Earl Nightingale says. This is going to be the start of the change of your business. That first $100, once you listen to this, is going to be nothing to you. It's going to be nothing to you. You're going to go way beyond that. So my friends, it has been an absolute pleasure. I'm actually going to do another call for you next week. So, and I'll have another bonus for you next week. So make sure you're on, okay? Next week, same time. And I'm actually going to be in New York. I'm going to be doing this call from New York. I'm now in California, but I will be in New York next week, and I will do this call for you. And those of you who plug in tonight, you're going to be able to invite your new people, your list, to this call as well. And they're going to be able to get the benefit and the bonuses as well. And so, yeah. Is everyone able to download that? I want to make sure you guys can click on that. You can download the file. Give me a quick yes if you were able to download The Strangest Secret from Earl Nightingale. I want to make sure that the link is working for you. Give me a quick yes if you downloaded it. Give me a no if you're not able to. Okay, awesome. I'm getting a yes, yes. Do let me know if you have any trouble with that. You should be able to just click on it and then click download, and you should be able to download it. Awesome. Okay, awesome, guys. So I'm not gonna end the call yet. I'll talk a little bit more to make sure you guys have a chance to download it. Okay, awesome, good. I'm glad you guys are having an easy time with that. I was a little worried about that. Good. So, my friends, I'm really glad to have you here. This is a call that we're doing every single week, but we're doing it different, right? Different topics and different prizes at the end. What I really want you to understand is that no matter what your experience is, no matter what your struggles have been, everything can change in an instant, and all it takes is a decision and the right leadership. And I would like you to realize that now, that whatever limitations you had 5 minutes ago, they are no longer limitations now. Because, my friend, we are going to work together to get you to where you want to be. Okay? This business, this online business, is all about people. It's all about you, and it's all about us working together. And as we continue, you're going to see that whatever your struggles have been, they're gone. They're gone. They ended last night. As Zig Ziglar says again, yesterday really did end last night. Today's a brand new day, and it's your choice to make it a great day and to make a choice that will move you into the future. So with that said, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you email the person who invited you here. Let them know that you're ready to get started. They will hook you up. They'll give you what you need. And I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.